Countries like the Maldives rely extensively, of course, on tourism. It's an island nation, and getting there requires airlift and air support, of course. You can see there from the map just the difficulties that tourism now accounts for 28% of the GDP, and the hotels are empty, except for some guests who can't go home because of quarantines in their home countries, and of course they can't leave the island unless it's on a repatriation flight. Ali Waheed is the tourism minister of the Maldives. He joins me now. Good to have you, sir. Look, Minister, how many people have you still got there that can't leave, either because their home country won't let them in or there's no flights? How many are still with you?
Thank you so much, Richard. We still have more than 500 tourists in the country. Out of them, we have almost 100 stranded who would have ended up in the airport. But we are keeping in a dream island where the government is looking after them. So hopefully still we are able to manage the situation here.
So the government's picking up the bill for these tourists to continue staying in one of the major resorts?
People who cannot afford, yes, the government of Maldives is taking care of them, because we believe that they are like locals. They are our people. They are the people who has brought this country to where it is now. So we can only revive the tourism, and we can only prevail the situation along with our guests and our people.
Last night on the programme, the Greek tourism minister was talking to us about the need for common standards before tourism, so that you don't have a race to the bottom, you don't have some countries deciding to do things on the cheap or cut corners. How important, because you're a luxury destination and people are going to want to know exactly that it's safe. So how important for you is it that the industry, either through WTTC or UNWTO, does come up with some common standards?
It's very important for a destination like us, and we are, since December 31st, we are prepared for the situation, and we are also working with UNWTO to ensure that when borders open, we will also open up once the situation is controlled and stable. Right now, we are in the middle of the storm, and we are taking steadfast decisions timely to ensure that once dust is settled, the borders will be open, hopefully in the third quarter, which is from July to September. And right now, we are managing the situation to make sure that Maldives once again will be the most safest and the most beautiful destination to visit when you travel tomorrow.
I get all of that, Minister, but reality tells us that you're not going to get anywhere near the numbers, if only because there's not the airlift. The airlift won't have come back to create that, let alone hotels. So I ask you, what plans can you put in place to help mitigate that and prepare for that time when tourists will come back?
We are doing our researches, and in May we will be forwarding this to the cabinet and the parliament to ensure that once the borders are open, we have the WHO guidelines in place and make sure that the airports to the tourist resorts that they travel is where the safety is ensured for their well-being. And naturally, I must say that we are blessed with scattered islands, which is a good thing for a country like us, because you are even in these islands isolated, and you are safe because you're not mixed with others. So right. we are a country with scattered islands, and that's the beauty and the safety of this destination. And hopefully we will kickstart and restart our industry in the third quarter, depending on the stability that we bring in controlling the disease right now.
Minister, thank you. Particularly, thank you for staying up so late tonight, over gone midnight where you are in your part of the world. Thank you, sir, for staying up late to talk to us. I appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you again as your reopening continues.